What's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 7 of our Glory to Sparta campaign here on Rome 2 Total War. Last episode, when we left off, we did a bit of conquering here in the province of, I believe it is Pannonia. We were trying to set up some client states here just east of the Roman border. But unfortunately, our client state, the Ardurii, I believe it was, went to war with the Getae, got their butts kicked, and the Getae came in and wiped them out. So we had our hand forced. We went in and conquered these two provinces here, secured some iron, which is very nice. We're going to be able to set up an armory, which we have built or is building here, and we conquered the main province here, Sigindum. I'm hoping that'll change. Terrible at these pronunciations. But in any case, we are working to secure our borders. We have a very long border here now with the Getae, and I believe that they stretch quite, not as far back as I had thought originally, but they do have some territory up here to the north. We want to make sure that our border along this long river here is secured. Also, last episode, our king died. Boreas took his last breath in the year 255 BC. At the age of 75, I was hoping that he would live a little bit longer than that. I think when we started our campaign, he was about 65, something like that. So I was hoping to get a good few more years out of him, but unfortunately he passed, and the command of his army, the Thunderbolts of Zeus, have passed on to a rival now, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way it goes. Nikon here is he is a member of the Eurpontid dynasty over here. He is quite influential, and he will be our temporary commander, our temporary general of the Thunderbolts of Zeus until our grandson, or I guess it's just son now that the king has passed, until our son here comes of age, at which point he will take command. But he's still got a few good years to go before that actually happens. So our son is now the Basilius of Sparta. He had a long time to level up all of his skills, all of his traits, which was really nice before our king passed. We also have this lady here who was his wife, I believe. Yeah, so let's see about getting her married. That could be good. Add another person to our dynasty. Although, I'm just wondering, will she be a member of our dynasty if she was married to the king? I don't know. If we bring in another person for her, because she is still quite young, 33. But I don't know if she will be a part of our dynasty. Let's see. He is not a part of our dynasty. So we could look to adopt. Where is... Send a gift, do a favor, praise, insult. No valid targets. Okay, well, in any case, he is another person quite young that we have in our roster should we need him. And why don't we go ahead and get him leveled up here a little bit. Needs to be 25 for his next rank. And you. Well, unfortunately to say, we can't do a whole lot with her anymore. Now that she isn't married, but that's okay. She gives us, I think this is here, gravitas, which is good. She's got 4 points in authority, cunning, and zeal, which is also very nice. So she can kind of just hang out and build. Yeah, I don't know if they are a part of our dynasty here, or if they're just considered to be like outside of the political spectrum. I'm not sure what kind of influence they will have for us, but that's okay. In any case, we can go ahead and get into the map here. We're gonna want to send our spy into the Getae land. This is their main province here. Sorry about the cloud.
Treading softly.
It's going okay. I'm not seeing any big armies here, so we'll just station her there for a little bit. And I think we're going to bring... Who's it here? Yeah, it's our replacement Nikon that's sitting up here temporarily. Why don't we bring our son down and over? I don't really want to trespass with... the Raviski? Sure. The Raviski. I don't want to trespass against them. I want to keep relations high. Or as good as we can keep them. They don't want non-aggression. They won't take a military alliance, but that's okay. They will take trade though. So that's promising. Okay. They do take trade. All right. Let's go through some diplomacy here and see if we can't get any more trade agreements. There we go. That's nice. Camaria, what about you guys? Yeah, you'll take trade. Okay. They're at war with Pontus, which it's not great, but it is what it is. We'll take the income where we can get it. Didn't mean to back out there. I guess it wasn't the Ardurii that went to war with Dacia, or sorry, the Getae. It was somebody else. I just can't remember who it was off the top of my head. All right, Libya, Lusitania. What about you guys? You guys want trade? Yeah, you'll take trade. That's good.
Bless our meeting with these terms. I will show wisdom and greetings.
Non-aggression. Nope.
I cannot say
What about
yes.
trade? No trade.
No good.
Now, what I'm thinking, we'll save off on the Nori for a second here, and we'll just continue going through Royal Scythia.
Gods of the afterlife.
You guys were not too happy with us. Yeah, they're at war with most of the Greek factions down here in Asia. So we're gonna leave off any diplomatic talks with you guys. Swaby. Now these guys are quite big. Yeah, geez, they stretch all the way up here. They've got a lot of territory. We might...
Glad to listen to you.
Yeah, and they don't
Can't
like
say
us.
yes and be any-
They don't like the Nori either. So we might have a land grab opportunity on our hands. They're at war with them. And it looks like the Nori have pushed a little bit. Unknown. Yeah, it looks like the Swabi control all of this up here. That's a lot of territory. Well, if the Nori are distracted and we can get in here, there is a iron deposit up in Rete Noricum. Rete Noricum, something like that. So we might be able to come in and snatch that. Nope, actually it's over here. That's unfortunate. I think it's in this one, isn't it? Yeah. Well, shucks. And I don't think there is any more iron deposits up this way. So maybe we border a little bit more with Rome. In any case, I do want to secure the province of Pannonia, and maybe in doing so we can get some good relations with Swabi, secure this long border that we're going to have with them. But if not, well, we'll see. Yeah, geez, that could be interesting there. Okay, let's get going here. We're gonna bring our son down. I don't think you need to be on forced march. We do want you to heal up a little bit.
Destination reached.
Now, the plan for these guys, we've got them pretty well cornered. And because this is their home province, I think we should be able
At your
to
command.
subjugate them here. And client state them. I don't really want to go into Dacia. I like keeping this river as our border to the north of Thrace. But we should be good for a moment here, at least. I feel like we've got good coverage. Our interim general of the Thunderbolts is stationed here, and we should be good. Let's take a look. I believe we had a spy over here somewhere. No, it's over here. That's okay. We'll bring her up this way.
The gods have brought me here.
Both of our noblewomen
How can I serve the people?
are over there. What about... Ah, yes. Our admiral is up here. What we could do is bring him all the way up past Britain here. And bring him up to see what's going on up in the north. On the borders of the Swabi territory. See just how far up they go. Obviously, we can see that they own these provinces. I'm just curious if they have any armies in these territories here, or if they're all going to be confined down to the south because they are at war with the Nori. Sorry about that. All right. Let's see what else we can do before heading into the end turn. That's right. So we conquered the main settlement here in Pannonia. So we're going to get rid of all of these guys now. Don't need any of them. We've got our armor coming along. That's very good. I think that should be good then. All right, let's head to the end turn. Let's see what happens. Rome out again on the waters. I wonder how their war with Carthage is going. They were bought. Oh, might not be going for too long. It was either the last episode or the episode before that where they were really struggling to hold on to their home territory of Italy. They were being pushed out by Massalia, and then rebels kept on popping up and would form the Etruscan League. So they came back, I think, twice. It looks like they have consolidated their territory now in Italy. What are you doing? Devilry at work. Also, Syracuse managed to take back its territory. Increase in rank. Yeah, Syracuse managed to re-solidify its hold. Nope. No, they did not. Well, they did temporarily. Jeez. Yeah, Syracuse is not having a good time here. They keep on getting pushed around. Yeah, Rome here has done a good job. They've conquered Cisalpina. And they looks like they have a pretty firm grip on Italia. I wonder if they're still at war with yeah, they are. Yeah, they're still at war with Massalia. Almost said Macedon there. Carthage as well. Jeez. They've really stretched out along the coast here of Mauritania. There was a faction in Mauritania that it looks like they have conquered and completely done away with. Nova Carthago, for some reason, has this one province here. That's interesting. Anyway, Libya, also at war with Rome. Jeez. Yeah. The north coast of Africa is very hostile. At least to the Romans. Not to us, though. Well, yeah, I guess they don't like us, but that's just because we're trading. All right. Doesn't look like much can be done, at least for now. No, they don't want trade. That's okay. Go to our admiral here and get him moving along. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll bring him all the way up to Denmark through the pass, which is way up here. Bring him along. Yeah, we'll probably bring him to this last settlement here, and then do a circle of Britain, and then bring him all the way back down into the Mediterranean. So that should take him quite a long time. That'll be fun.
How may I serve you?
We got one spy over here already, so we got some really good coverage going on. Just wanted to see if they have an army anywhere that we should be worried about. And I think that was the one that we saw running off in the end turn. So nothing too worrying. All right, let's get these settlements upgrading. Some growth there for you should be good. And two of those guys. Do we need public order here? Yeah, why not? At least for a little bit. Get some farms going. And Be good for us. Oh, and our armor has finally
We
finished.
hunger for battle.
We got a little bit of a cheat last time when we took over this province. They had the weaponsmith.
Ready for orders.
So we did manage to get. I can get it here. There we go. So we've got, excuse me, level 3 weapons already, which is very nice. And then that comes with level 1 armor. But now that the armor has finished upgrading, we're being constructed. And now we have level 3 armor and weapons as well, which is very nice. Very happy with that. All right,
We
and
hunger for battle.
that general did upgrade. So we are gonna give him. Why don't we go for movement range? Speed fit cavalry. I don't know if we have any light cavalry. I don't think so. Melee defense or melee attack? Let's go for the attack.
At your command.
And should be good there. The Arderii are moving around, having fun, I hope. There we go. Let's get, which one gives us the most amount of money? Yeah, it'll be the wine market. Oh, the diagma. All right, well, let's go for that one. Anything else?
Ready for orders.
Just want to go through our provinces here, make sure I'm not missing out on any buildings that we could construct. Why don't we change you over to a, there we go, to that guy. And right, so what we initially wanted to do was vassalize all of these tribes here. But unfortunately that didn't really work out for us. So we had to come in and conquer and take the territory for ourselves. But it was fun. We got a really big battle last episode, which was a good old time.
Swift and silent as a
Okay, let's send our...
Commander.
I keep on wanting to say son, but he's not. He is our new Basilius. So let's send him up.
None will escape.
Why don't yeah, if we're going to subjugate them, why don't we give them the honor of death in battle instead of just doing an auto resolve, because I think this should be our last fight with them. Go, nice dry weather.
General, ready and waiting.
Our guys set up here. We're gonna stick our.
Missile infantry at your
Let's go for longer range. Yeah, both the same. Okay. Well,
Slingers.
why don't we
Missile
intersperse
infantry. Slingers.
these slingers then into here?
Missiles ready and waiting. Yours to command. Guard.
Stick them all on hold position. Give them a very condensed line. There we go. Happy with that.
General,
Get our general in here.
Spartans!
Stick the swordsman on the
Orders!
flanks.
General!
Same thing.
Hold!
Hold position. Spread them out. Should be good.
Battle
Group
group
1,
awaiting orders.
Group 2.
Awaiting orders. Your
And then
orders.
why don't we send one of the cavalry groups over this way just to do some mopping up. And we'll keep another here just in case, because I don't think they can get up that way. So really all we're worrying about is any runaway guys coming down this way. That should be okay. All right. Let's get into it.
Now our enemies stand on their walls and think themselves safe. Now they look down upon you.
Oh,
with
I didn't mean to do
contempt.
that.
So
But, well.
show them how foolish they are. How
Let's go and hit
misguided,
precision shot
how
with
the
them.
gods no longer love them. Prepare.
Jeez, that's quite the speech.
Hoplites ready!
Any second now, guys. Come on.
Archers!
All right.
Melee cavalry! Understood!
Move the cav up a little bit. And we're going to send these guys into the town just to make sure that there's nobody hanging out.
General! Your orders?
But we should be pretty good to sit here.
Archers!
Why don't we spread our guys out just a little bit
Yes,
more.
Commander! At your service.
Oh, here they come.
Orders? Double time! Missile infantry ready!
Bring them back in just a second here. Let them get off at least a couple volleys. And no.
Understood!
So one of these guys to go chase after them. One of these guys to go around
Swift melee
there.
cavalry!
That
Quickly
cavalry
now!
up around the flank.
Spartans! Melee troops
Do
awaiting
some
orders!
enclosing flanking here.
Sparta! Understood! Ready!
Pop battle rhythm. Sure. Inspire, sure.
As you command! Yes, Commander!
And we're making short work of them all over.
Melee cavalry! To engage!
And there we go.
Sparta!
Put these guys back just a bit so they're not getting friendly
Yes, Commander.
fired.
Swift
Oh,
melee
cavalry.
Spartans!
Take these guys off of fire at will. There we go.
Yours to command!
You done mopping up
Melee
there?
horsemen!
Just about. That's alright. Oh no.
Melee cavalry!
Get you guys going up that way. Jeez. 10 units. Alright. Oh well. Not too bad, all things considered. Good stuff, good stuff. And we should be good to go here. Just doing a little bit more mopping up.
Commander! Engage!
I think that's okay.
Riders at your command.
They fought well. They didn't fight for long. 35 men lost. Not all of it, but a decent bit of it was friendly fire. Oops. There we go. All right. We cannot subjugate them. I should really, yeah, I think for the next campaign, I'm gonna download a mod where we can subjugate. I think it's called Better. I can't remember what it is, but it allows you to choose between more options than just those three. But that's okay. All right. All right. Well, we have taken their home province, and they are left with that guy. Good stuff.
At your command.
All right, let me get this guy moving up this way. See what he can see.
Your next command.
Not a whole lot. And then next turn we'll send one of our spies up this way. Okay. Dacia, you're unhappy, then that's fine. Pannonia, same thing with you, but it's okay. We're getting things built there. All right. And our admiral is good. You guys leveled up. Let's stick with the missile damage. Yeah. So what else do we have here? We've got artillery, we've got the formidable spearmen, melee attack and damage, which is good. Armor. Ambush. Raiding armies. See, that's a difficult one because you actually have to catch an army while in raiding stance, so that one isn't super useful besides the public order. Stalwart defenders. This one's fun because you get all the barricades and traps, and you get the 12 armor, 20 melee defense, and the range, so that might be a good one to go for. Campaign movement range, replenishment rate, that one's pretty good. Sorry. Cavalry. Against barbarian tribes. Well, we're going to be doing a lot of that. Indomitable hoplites. Armor for all spear infantry. And mercenary. Meh. We'll stick with the missile extra damage and shots per minute, which is good. We've got a lot of missile units. All right. And then I think we're good to go into the end turn. Yeah. So I had some thoughts just while we're going through the end turn here. This campaign will probably go on for, let's say, maybe 5. It kind of depends on where the campaign takes us. I don't want to play just for the sake of playing. I want to be enjoying the campaign, and having a specific reason to play. Meaning, okay, here we go. Sorry, we'll hold that thought for a second. I want you guys to become a client state, and I want you can do it without military access. Yeah, there we go. Good conclusion. I don't want to play just for the sake of playing the video game. I want our actions to make sense in the campaign. And if we get to the point where nothing's really happening, or we've expanded to the point that, you know, we're happy and comfortable, then I think that'll be pretty good for us. Which I'm thinking will be either we get peace and a secure... Who the heck are these guys? Oh, they're the Swaby. Okay. All right. If we get peace and a secure border with the Swaby, then we'll call the campaign there. We've got really secure borders with Asia. I know I had spoken about going to war with the Seleucids, but I took some time and thought about it, and it just doesn't really make sense or feel right for the campaign. We've conquered a lot of territory here in Greece, Macedonia, up into Thrace, and now up into Illyria and Pannonia. If this border here is secure, and we're confident in it, then that is the point where I will call the campaign completed, and that we have we've achieved our goals of expansion, and we'll move on to something else. That could take us, you know, a couple episodes to get to, 3, 4, maybe 5. But I don't want the campaign to get to a point where I'm bored, or I'm just conquering for the sake of, you know, going to war for the sake of going to war. I don't really think that that's fun. So we'll move on to a different campaign. But for now, we still have some work to do. And first off, we're dealing with bad omens. In order to pay for the upkeep of the temples, the High Priestess intends to introduce a temple tax. The High Priestess claims that this is the will of the gods, but men should not be charged for their places of worship. They should be free to honor the gods. Yeah. With a little careful negotiation, perhaps some of the money could find its way into our coffers. That seems greedy. Or are we to question the true voices of the gods? Or do nothing? Well, that kind of seems like the same thing. Now, being a very unpious man, do we have any, faithless? Now that's interesting. So our king is not a godly man. So what would he do? Yeah, I think he would not interfere. I think he would do nothing. If this is the will of the gods, we should not interfere. Yeah, I think that's a sound choice. Sorry, I just had to sneeze there. We've got rebels up on our border, and I think this is a great opportunity to solidify the province of Pannonia.
Ready for orders.
So let's bring our spy.
Skill I cannot and will
No, I just want to bring you over here.
moving unseen.
Get you moving.
Rest a while.
And now that you are dealt with, why don't we bring this one up? See what's going on.
At your command.
Well, at the very least, we can go ahead. Let's get you that campaign movement range.
Commander.
And let's go ahead and get our second fight of the episode going. Right, are you just hanging out? Yeah, I think we should be good to go in here.
Like kennel dogs.
Rebels. We got just over 500 men. I don't. Well, sure. Why don't we do this fight here? Shouldn't take us too long. We'll clean up around our borders, do some administration, and then we should be good to call it there. Same map as this last fight as well. I'm gonna do it a little bit differently this time. Spread out the archers. Didn't even get them all there, jeez. I'm gonna start off by spreading them out. Like that. Give them a bit more coverage.
We await your
Get
command.
our guy in there. One, two, three, four. Geez, we've got a lot of not sure what the heck's going on in this army. I feel like got one too many spearmen.
Sparta! Commander.
Huh. Well,
Hoplites ready.
group one, we'll spread them out. Oh, that's what it is. It's these guys. I was like, what the heck is going on? It's these two massive spear
await your
units that
command.
we recruited.
Spearmen ready for orders.
Right.
General.
Let's get them spread out like that. 320
By your
units
command.
each.
Royal Spartans.
Maybe we'll make a
Spear
front line of
infantry,
them.
Ready.
Not that it really matters.
Orders. We await
Just
your
bring them
command.
over that way.
General.
Put our other guys out like that. There you go.
Spartans,
Group
commander.
1 for you guys.
Yours to command.
There, and we should be good to keep our cavalry over that way.
Missiles awaiting targets.
Make sure that everyone is on hold
Infantry at your
position.
command. Archers, guard. Archers. Missile infantry at your
And
command.
quick reload on you guys. Heavy
Understood.
shot. And we should be good to go there.
Archers.
Move
Right
our
now,
archers up
behind those
just
walls,
slightly.
Fear is eating at our enemies' souls. Fear. Fear of you and what you might do. Use that fear in this attack. Become
Spread the spearmen
fear.
out.
Become horror. Become conquerors. Hoplites.
Alright.
Understood.
Get them going, get them going. Move the horsemen up to plug the gap there. Let these guys go to town.
Archers. Double time.
Go. I'm gonna make quick work of these guys here. I'm pretty sure there's a button for cinematic, but I have yet to actually be able to figure out what it is. Just getting pelted here. Comes their general unit of Oathsworn.
Ready for orders.
And let's get these guys ready to move up and intercept. Not that they're gonna get very far. Jeez. Okay, never mind. Let's just kind of sit back and watch what happens here. Yeah, they're fine. Both sworn are getting picked apart. Let's move our cavalry.
Melee cavalry ready. Advance at speed.
Ugh. Took a javelin
Advance
javelin
at speed.
volley there. That's not great.
Sparta. At speed, commander. Missiles ready and waiting. Royal
Move
Sparta.
them back.
Melee cavalry.
Go ahead and take those guys out.
Missile infantry ready. Spartans. By your command. Up, advance.
Go ahead and get in here. Watch some close-up fighting. Yeah, our units here look awesome. Large hop-long shields and fancy Corinthian helmets.
The ancestors see us today.
And there we go.
At the double.
They are done.
Swift riders at your command.
Cavalry over here. How many they got left? Let's just speed through it. No, all done? Alright. Good stuff. Decisive victory for Sparta once again. 4,000 total units. I think that might be close to an early Roman legion. Like High Republic era I think a legion was around 5,000 during the Republic era, High Republic era. And then into the Empire, it became like 10,000, 12,000, something like that. What is this guy? Coin maker? No, you can, Yeah, I got some interesting buildings here. Not that we can actually use them. Am I repairing this? Yeah, I don't want to repair it. Jeez. It's like, what the heck am I doing here? All right. So we've got our border with the Nori that they are currently violating, but I'm sure they're going to do a tactical retreat here in a second.
We hunger for battle.
Our spy is going to be making her way up there to see what's going on. Another one here, doing well, doing well. Yeah, we were trying to get this province to revolt. Our tax is like, yeah. We were trying to get this province to revolt so that we could get rid of it. Honestly, we might be able to do that. Nonia. Yeah, you guys are fine. All right. Let's go check out our admiral. See what he's doing over here.
Put your backs into it, you
Keep
men.
him moving. I really wish that that fleets had way more movement range. I feel like he's been skirting around, not getting anywhere. All right. How many years before our boy comes of age? I wonder if it's 16. Not too long now. Not too long. Still a little ways, but we're not gonna go to war with Massalia. You guys seem like you got that pretty well handled. No, you don't. You just lost a province to them. Or not a whole province, but a settlement. Good job, Rome. Good job. Yeah, they keep on going back and forth. I mean, they pushed them out pretty well. Massalia at one point was in Italy, but they're still fighting. Was that Kush in Egypt that I just saw? I'll check it out here in a second. Wonder if Syracuse is going to take that massive army back over. I hope they do. The High Priestesses introduced her tax, prompting a great deal of grumbling from the people. However, as the voice of the gods on the earth, she was safe from reprisals. Okay, so nothing happens. All right, sorry about that, guys. We had a bit of a crash. Rome 2 completely shut down, had to reload, but we are back, managed to load the last save, and I don't believe we actually lost out on anything. We got the same outcome here for that decision that we made last time with the temple tax. So we are just going to keep on going ahead here. We're actually coming towards the end of the video. But I am glad that we managed to load back in. When I was... What was I doing when it crashed? I think I was building up these settlements here. So we're just gonna go through it slowly. See what happens. We're gonna go with the grain market and the wine market. Wine, we're going to upgrade you, which is really nice. We got 2 of these now. We got +4 food, all regions in adjacent provinces, +4 food, all regions in local province, and growth, which is very nice. We'll put a gathering place in there. All right, so that looked like it worked out just fine. I'm not sure what caused the crash, but seems like it's fixed itself. Good stuff. All right. Let's go ahead and send our girl over here. And just kind of send her up. See what's going on. Not too much happening. And let's have you come over here and sit on the border.
Is that all?
All right, we should be good there. I am pretty confident in our position now. Just as a last thing, let's over and move him along. We have here the Carnutes. Let's see what you guys are all about. Nothing. You are at war with everybody. Vernie, do you guys want to trade yet? No, you don't want trade. You guys probably aren't going to take trade either. Nope. Non-aggression, nope. What about the Iceni? No to trade. No to a non-aggression. And the Nervii. Nothing. Just as a last here. The
gods will have me listen to you.
They are warlike. I like that our reliability rating has increased quite decently. That's good to know. I'm thinking that we may end up going to war with the Swabi. I don't think we're going to get a secure border here. They're at war with a lot of people. That is for sure. And I haven't exactly seen a whole lot of their armies. At least none that we can see at this point. But if they're warlike, and they've got a lot of territory, they're bound to have... They are bound to have armies somewhere. It's just a matter of finding them. These guys, we might be able I think we have, yeah, we've got trade with them.
Greetings.
Let's get non-aggression as well.
You have spoken fairly.
One client? No. All right. Well, like I said, we will see what happens in the coming episodes. I think that the Suevi are going to be a problem. We're going to send our spies up through their territory, scout out what we can, see what's going on, see how powerful they are. But I think it might come to war with them.
I am sure you have many pleasantries for me, but please don't bother. Talk of meat, not hunting.
I think it will come to war with them. All right. Well, we got 2 smaller battles in this time, in this episode. And we did some good administration. And we conquered a bit of territory. And we're doing a little bit more adventuring with our guy up here. Overall, a bit of a slower episode. We had a really large battle last episode, so I kind of anticipated that. And we had a crash, but it seems like everything worked out in the long run. Really appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to be recording again this weekend, coming up, I believe Friday or Saturday, one of those days. Really appreciate you guys tuning in here on Twitch. Go ahead and head over to YouTube at Zenthium. Have this episode uploaded to YouTube pretty shortly. Gotta do some editing, cut out that crash section. But I really appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment. If there's anything you want to let me know, tell me what I'm doing wrong, tell me how I can do better, and any ideas you guys got for me. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. And I'll see you next time. All right. Have a good one, guys.